Hey guys, happy Monday. I wanted to hop on and talk to you about something today that I talked to with a client recently. And we started talking about her tracking her macros. So a lot of times you'll get your macro count, you'll start tracking, and then you'll get frustrated because you're like, I've been tracking for a month and nothing's happening. And the piece that I want to remind you about is the whole point of tracking. Tracking isn't going to get you your results. Tracking is for awareness. It's to find out where the gaps are. It's to find out how much more protein you need to have, to find out if you're having too many carbs, if you're over consuming on your fats all the time. But the piece that's important is course correcting. So at the end of the day, when you're noticing that you're short on your protein over and over and over again, it's like, okay, I'm short on my protein. What am I going to do about it? How do I get more protein into my diet because I keep falling short on that number? And the other thing, like if I'm over on my carbohydrates every single day, what does that mean? And how do I get to let me take a look at the carbohydrates that I'm having, and I need to start adjusting that, because it's not enough just to track your macros, guys. It's like, that's not where the magic is. The magic is figuring out what your macros are, how much protein, carbs, and fats you're supposed to have, and then adjusting your diet so that you're consistently hitting those numbers. And if you're not consistently hitting those numbers, then you can't expect the results. Like, that's just the bottom line. You can't just expect the results because you're in the awareness phase. The awareness phase allows you to make changes and to adjust. And so, you know, in Girl on Fire, we have protein lists, carb lists, fats lists, because a lot of times the girls will be like, crap, I don't know. Like, they'll notice when they first start, I'm consistently over on my carbs, or actually, a lot of times they're under on carbs and they still have, like, for somebody that's been doing keto or something, they're so used to not having carbs that they still have to get carbs. And so I'll just give you a little trick right here. If you're short on carbs, fruit is a good option for carbs that your body can utilize that doesn't have fats or proteins in it. So actually, I guess I shouldn't say that. I don't know if any fruits have some protein, but it's not really a good protein source. It's a carb source. So there you go. If you're super short on carbs all the time, throw in some fruit, you'll be good to go. But I just really wanted to reiterate that course correcting is the key. Tracking is vital so that you can find out where you're falling short, what's happening on a daily basis. Are you craving at 3 o'clock every day? Are you having an energy slump at 3 o'clock every day? Are you short on your breakfast, or are you heavy on your breakfast and you're having a hard time at night? Like, it's all about course correcting. And it usually takes, I mean, if I'm completely honest, what I notice is it usually takes about a month of really having someone hold your hand with it and figuring it out. And so at first it feels like a lot of work. It feels like you're constantly focused on food, and that's okay. That's totally normal. But when you have somebody like kind of by your side looking at your food at the same time, then you can get there a lot faster. You can figure out like different things to fill in the gaps a lot faster. Hey, Kaylee. Hey, Bobby. And so that's kind of the point that I wanted to give right now. You guys, right now, I know you're getting ready for like back to school. It's end of summer, all of that. And normally I do not offer meal plans. In fact, if you've ever watched a video of mine, you're like, you know this about me, that I usually just teach macros because I think that it's more lifestyle. I want you to learn lifestyle approach. But right now I am doing meal plans this month. and I'm kind of excited about it. So if you're the person that you don't want to think about, like you want to learn macros, but you don't want to, you kind of want the quick fix for a minute until you learn how to do it. And you don't want to have to think about it, then hit me up, message me, because I am doing meal plans, and it will come with a guide. I'm ready for them to go to school so they quit sabotaging me. Yeah, it's so easy to eat kids' food, right? Anyways, that's so funny. Yeah, when you're on schedule, it's a lot easier when your kids go back to school. Oh gosh, I feel ya. Now I lost my train of thought. Oh, meal plans. Okay, so if you don't want to think about it, what I'm doing right now is I am giving you a calculation of your macros and figuring out foods that you like, but I'm also creating meal plans for you based on like how many times you eat, what kind of foods you like, how it's going to fit into your macros. And so I figure out the foods that will fit your macros with the foods that you actually like. So if you're interested in that, message me, because that will be a game changer so that you don't have to think about it while you're getting all your kids back to school. And then after that, you can pay more attention to it. But if you just kind of want a quick option where you're like, oh, if I just follow this, I'm going to be hitting my macros, I know it because Rachel already calculated them, then hit me up, because it'll be so freaking awesome. Like, it just makes it so easy. And plus, if you can, like one of the girls I did a meal plan for, she loves Starbucks. And so I just went through and found some healthier options of Starbucks. Of course, I gave her my protein coffee. I did a protein coffee recipe in case she wanted to make them. But, you know, some people just like to go to Starbucks because it's like a little hug. And so I just figured out some healthier options for her Starbucks options. So, anyways, just hit me up. Meal plans are the name of the game this month. I'm trying to make it easy for you to get on track, because nutrition is 95% of it. Like, you still need your workouts, but if you're working out and your nutrition isn't on track, then I don't want to say you're wasting your time, because workouts are still like effective, but your body's just not going to respond as fast because nutrition's where it's at. Okay, Kaylee, I will send you info. Okay, you guys, have a fantastic night. And if you are watching this, hit hashtag replay, not hit, type hashtag replay. And I would love to know what let's think of something. What's your vice? Like, what's your favorite food right now that you are sabotaging with? I'm calling you out. So mine was ice cream. I've been pretty on track since I hired my coach. So for the last 3 weeks, and you guys, my body is changing pretty fast. So I'm super excited. So it's just kind of motivating me to be like, okay, when you dial it in, you guys, your results just get magnified so much faster when you dial in your nutrition and you dial in your workouts. I'm doing workouts a little bit different. I'm doing tempo workouts, and they are awesome. They are making the hugest difference. So anyways, a whole bag of Chickaboom popcorn. Oh, that's funny. That stuff is pretty dang good. All right, you guys, have a fantastic night, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.